everybody, Marcia here from ZC Creations. I just wanted to share a couple things with you that I've been working on lately. And I'll just start off with this flower. It's made with organza and some strips of shabby fabric and the same fabric that I made the petals with. These are just, this isn't a new flower by any means. I learned how to make it from Fiona Jennings 644, and it's just the petals are individual. You just cut them and then you burnish them, the edges, with your lighter, and thread them on a heavy thread or strong thread, and then just pull them around, and you can make them 2 or 3 layers deep, or however, make them a little bit smaller as you go. And then I just added feather and some ribbon and some little pearls and some things like that. And I think I'm going to add some of this peachy colored ribbon, this little tiny ribbon also. But that's a flower. I put it on a oh, it's not really a doily. It's a little, kind of looks like a doily. It's a little thing I cut out of either a table runner or something like that. I forget what it was now, but anyway, it's kind of in the shape of a flower, and I just cut it out, cut them up, and use them like for backing. And then a center in the middle that I made with little peachy colored pearls. Again, Fiona shows how to do this. I'm sorry, I'm not dirty. I have ink and stain in my fingers. Sorry about that. Anyway, Fiona shows how to make these. I think everybody knows how she does her little flower centers, that, homemade, handmade ones. So that's what that is. But I kind of liked that little flower, how that turned out, so I thought I would share that with you. Anyway, that's one thing. And then I made several pieces of jewelry that I guess they're sort of steampunkish. I don't know. I start with some type of a metal base. This is like a little piece of chevron, and it looks like it at one time was attached to something. It's got 2 little loops here. I don't know if I'll keep those because it kind of wants to hang funny if I do that, or I might just make a pin out of it. I haven't decided. But on this one, I just used I've been using my glossy accents to fix my little embellishments on here. It seems to be working fine and holding up. I know that some girls use the E6000. I don't know which is better. I hope this holds up. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I just added a little metal flower embellishment, and it has a little loop on it, so I added a little cross. I think I got that from Fiona Jennings, her Etsy store. And then some gears, little gears, and I always like to put crystals inside mine because it makes them more feminine. And some little itty bitty diamantes, or little diamond accents here. There's a glass bead with a little tiny watch gear on top of it here. Some more diamond accents back here and here on the end. Some here also. And this is a what do they call that? Aurora Borealis crystal there. And another little gear here, and a pearl, and over here there's a gear, as you can see, in a little tiny watch part, and a diamond accent, and a little seed bead in the middle. There's a leaf in there too. I don't know if you can see it or not. Kind of underneath, a leaf with a little diamond accent on the top. Anyway, I kind of liked how that turned out. It's not finished. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing it as a necklace. Like I said, if I use those little loops, it kind of wants to hang funny. It sort of wants to fall forward, so I may have to make a brooch out of it. But anyway, I love doing those. They're fun. So I'm going to see how my glossy accents holds up with my jewelry pieces. So I've made several using different things, and I'm trying to decide which is the best way to go. But this is the project that I really wanted to share with you that I've made, and I'm learning how to do the colorings. You girls on here that I watch are such artists. I mean, I don't have any training at all. And I don't know if some of you do or if it's all self-taught also, but it sure seems like you have artistic training. Anyway, I just, like a sponge, soak up everything that I can try to learn from you all. And I've been working on the coloring, you know, and I don't know. I'm getting there, I guess. This ended up turning out okay. It was very labor intensive to do this one, and I don't know if I'm going to do another one like this because it really took a while. It's just a cardboard box, okay? Just a box that I got from work that was going to be thrown away, and I'll just tell you, I put Velcro on the front of it here, Velcro for the closure, and I lined it in kind of a felt, but I may have to put something down here on the bottom too, because I don't know, it's kind of the felt seems to want to fuzz up and get kind of fuzzy, so I don't know, I might have to line it with something else. But anyway, it was just a cardboard box, and what I did to start off with, I took paper, this is just packaging paper, and I tore it in random pieces, you know, just kind of uneven random pieces, and then I crumpled it all up in a ball, and then opened it out, and then crumpled it up again because it's kind of heavy. And anyway, I used some white glue, some kind of watered down white glue. I think it was a mixture of Aleene's or Eileen's, and some school glue, and I don't know what else was in there. Anyway, it was just a mixture of white glue, kind of thinned down, and I covered the entire box with that, and just in random pieces, and it kind of made it, I don't know if you can see it in the background there, it sort of made it, have wrinkles, I guess you could say, in it. And so anyway, I covered the entire box with that first off, and so that took a little while to do, and then I gessoed the entire thing. Now I've made my gesso homemade, and so I don't know if that's why it's not covering. Maybe somebody can give me some pointers on that. What I make my gesso out of is a product that I use for my my modeling paste, and it's called Elasto. No, it's called, oh, anyway, something. Anyway, it's a drywall compound, and it's got like a property in it that makes it more flexible. I can't even think of the name of it right now, but DAP makes it, DAP, the DAP company, and it's Elasto something. Oh, I can't, my mind. Anyway, I use that, and I use white acrylic paint, and then a little bit of water till it gets to the consistency that you know, that I think is okay for gesso. I've never actually purchased gesso from the store, so I don't really know what consistency it's supposed to be. But anyway, it covered the box pretty well, covered my paper and the box pretty well, and it seemed to give it, you know, make it a little bit more sturdy. Maybe you can see a little bit more on the bottom, but anyway, I gessoed the whole thing first, and then I don't know if you can see the wrinkles. You probably can see them a little bit. Anyway, so then I started with my sprays, and that's the thing that I'm trying to learn, is how to colorize, how to, you know, you girls do backgrounds, and they're just absolutely stunning, and the colors are perfect, and they're beautiful, and a little shabby chic Trisha, hers are so pretty. They're like mixed media, and they're sort of all monochrome, like almost all one color with just real faint hints in the background and everything. And I know this one's very colorful. I like a lot of color. It isn't so much that. I'm just trying to learn how to do the mix the colors, or whatever you want to say, because I have absolutely no artistic background whatsoever. But anyway, other than just a love of doing it, and I guess there's no right and wrong, but like I said, if anybody has any tips, let me know. Anyway, so after I gessoed it, then I started with my sprays, and I have made my own sprays, and so I won't show you the fronts of these bottles because I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble for, you know, for showing somebody's label. But anyway, I don't know if I can or not. I'm not real good up on that kind of stuff. But this one's kind of a, oh, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a brownish, sort of a coppery. It's got a lot of glimmers in it. I made that one myself. I like to use alcohol for my sprays because it dries better, and I notice whenever you're trying to spray these little teeny paper flowers, maybe mine aren't the greatest, but whenever you're trying to spray those, if you use the water-based ones, they really kind of just wilt. They'll come back again after you let them dry, or when you dry them, you can sort of reform them a little bit, but they really wilt whenever you use the water, and it takes longer to dry, so I like to use alcohol. So anyway, I used that one, and then I used my green. And what I make it with is alcohol, and I love this folk art metallics, and this one's the emerald green, and it is really shiny. I mean, it's a lot of sparkle, a lot of shine to it, just a real shimmery, and when you make it up in your sprays, it really is pretty. I like that one, so I did that, and then I made a new one this time for this project. I wanted some blue, so I did this with the folk art. It's the same as this, only it's a real pretty shiny blue, shimmery blue. I thought I had one out here, but I had it out here, but I don't. Oh, there, I showed my label. But anyway, so I made this kind of periwinkle blue color that's a shimmery also. And that's what's on here. I don't know if you can see some of the blue, like right here. You can see the blue underneath there, and that's part of the green that I showed you. And then the coppery one, you might be able to see that on the bottom here. You can sort of see where the copper glimmers come through. Anyway, then I did use a couple that I've actually purchased. This one is really fun, and it's pretty. I think it's a water base. It's Tattered Angels, and it's the color is where's the color? Oh, it's called Verdigris. It's I think because anyway, you can see the color on the label here, and it really does turn out like that. It's so pretty. It like a teal with coppery highlights on top of it, and you can really see that one on the bottom of this also. It's right here, and it's really teal with copper highlights. It's really pretty. Anyway, so I used that one. And then I used one from Heidi Swap, and it's called Amethyst, and it's really a pretty shade also. And it's what gave me. I thought it was going to be too light, but it gave me the real pretty purple shade here that I kind of thought was neat. Anyway, so I used my sprays, and that's kind of what I came up with. I don't know if I did it right, but that's how it turned out. And then I was really excited because I've never had a what do you call them? A stamp with text, I guess, or script. That's what I'm trying to say. I've never had a script stamp before, and I was able to finally get one. Yay! And it's really fun. And this is believe it or not, is the first time I've ever had any stays on ink. But I got some of that too, and so this was really fun to use. It's the first time I've used it. So anyway, I was tickled about that. So anyway, so I stamped it. Oh, and there's another stamp that I forgot to get out to show you, but it's a Tim Holtz one. Let me grab that real quick. I'm sorry. Okay. It's Tim Holtz. They're the cling stamps, and you can see here it's the butterfly one that I used. Can you see that? Probably, maybe, hopefully. Anyway, it's got some fun ones in here. It has like a script one and some musical notes and a crown and a word saying here, and some old ink pens, and like a corner scroll type thing. Anyway, it was a neat stamp. I got that one. I was excited to get that too. So I used the script, and I used the butterflies on the, well, here. There, you can see maybe here the script stamp and the butterflies, and it was a little bit difficult stamping this box, but I figured it out. And then I don't know if you can see, there's a piece of lace under here that I did all around the whole thing, the whole box. And there's a piece of lace across the front here. This is a different kind of lace that's across the front, and it was too bright for me, I thought, for this project, so I used some Tim Holtz Distress Paint. I used this Weathered Wood, it's called, and sort of a grayish color, I guess, sort of a gray, anyway, blue, sort of a gray blue. Anyway, I used that on the lace itself to tone it down a little bit, and then used some copper. Well, it's called Antique Bronze of Tim Holtz's. These are neat. They're fun to use. They've got that little ball in them and that little sponge on the top, and boy, they work really great. So I put some of that bronze on there, and I put some of the same lace back here under this flower. And anyway, I just thought it was too bright because the colors were more muted, so it just stood out. So I thought, well, I'll tone it down a little bit with that. The thing that was so tedious, I guess you could say, about this project was the fact that I wanted it to be sort of monochrome. It's not really all one color. I mean, it's got some highlights in it, but I didn't want anything to be like a stark contrast. I wanted it to all be the same tones. So I had to colorize everything practically. Like all the little flowers I had to spray and colorize. These big blooms here were from Fiona. I got them from Fiona's Etsy store, and they're white, as you can see, with yellow. And so I had to colorize it. I love the shape of them, and they're sort of a real soft, velvety stuff. I don't know what it is, but it's really neat, and I love the shape of them. But I had to colorize those, and then these two little roses on the side here came from Fiona also, and they were this kind of a pretty minty green color, but they're soft too. And so I gessoed them first, and then colorized them and got the sort of a bronzy. They came out sort of a bronzy color. These were bright yellow, these two blooms here. And then my little roses, my leaves, I had to colorize. And so, boy, it was a lot of spraying and whatnot. It was fun, but I don't know. It was just, whew. But I could be doing everything backwards, which is, I tend to do that. So it could be because I was just doing everything the long way around. And I made a little key over here out of some clay, polymer clay, just the air dry kind. And so I colorized it too. And so there's some little itty bitty tiny glass seed beads in there. I don't know if you can see them. And there's a couple over here too, on this piece of a doily that I cut up. I put the piece of the doily down the corners of the box here, and one on this side, and then, like I said, I put the lace all the way around, and I put this beautiful well, it was a ring. I got that from Fiona's store also, and I just cut it up and put it on there. And then I had this teal and diamante finding, I don't know where from, couldn't even tell you, but then I put those on the front, and like I said, I just made a Velcro closure for it. And then the last thing I put on was this, I don't know, I kind of thought this bordered on gaudy maybe, but I don't know, but I just thought it was kind of pretty. It's a trim that had these crystally like beads in a teal color. It was like a ribbon trim, and so I just put that all the way around the edges too, and kind of looks like that 1920s flapper or something. Anyway, so that's my box. Well, there's a little a little, I don't know whether that's a fly or a bee or what it is, but I made him out of polymer clay also. And I used a product on, well, I colorized it, the teal, and then I used a product on that I've never had before that is fun. Also, and it's the Inca Gold. You guys will know what this is, but it's this really neat, like a steely gunmetal type color. It's really pretty. It's called, oh boy, hematite. Hope I said that right. Anyway, it's the Inca Gold. You guys know what, you know, you just kind of rub it on and it just makes this neat color on there. Oh, and a bow over here. I've had some fabric that kind of was sort of oddly bluish greeny, so I crumpled it up and made a ribbon and put some more little flowers that I colorized on there and made a bow. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but I did spray that with the coppery. I don't know if you can, that'll pick up or not, but so I just put that up there and put some colorized flowers with stamen up here at the top and some little crystals on the center of it. And anyway, that's my project. And like I said, any comments or suggestions, helpful hints, let me know what you think, and sure appreciate it if anybody wants to comment. I appreciate that very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.